It's the Britt Rochelle Show. Do 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 do. That's me. Come, enter with me, if you will. The world is reduced to ashes, taken over by multidimensional tree people known as the Root. There's nothing left for us survivors. Nothing but scraps and scrap to be used as currency for goods and some services. How did I survive? Come, sit down, listen to my story. It involves a lot of action rolls in my underwear. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the beginning. The first step in any journey is figuring out precisely who you are. And in Remnant From the Ashes, you can spend easily up to an hour, if not more, picking out the perfect hairstyle, eye color. Hell, even get yourself some cool battle scars, figure out your backstory, and portray that on your face. Oh yeah, this was totally worth that hour of gameplay. Now to figure out what I want to do. And then immediately cover it up with a cool hat once you pick your archetype. Perfect. Unless you're playing survival mode, in which case you're just going to start in your skivvies, wearing nothing but a pistol and the skin on your back. And underwear, of course. We're keeping it modest. Between the three archetypes of Scrapper, Ex-Cultist, and Hunter, I immediately went for the Scrapper, due to my penchant for up-close melee action. I found in Remnant, however, that up-close melee really was not my thing. I find a lot of these weapons tend to be a little bit slow and not as effective as good old assault rifle. So my preference round out being using the awesome fire mod and just going to town on those Root bastards. Although, when they do get up close, I have to say my scrap hatchet did get me out of some hairy situations. Quite a bit. That was a rough one. Ugh. Kick ass! Pick and choose your battles wisely, though, because up-close melee can end up with you having root tumor things exploding in your face and screwing you over for the rest of the level. I think if I play through the game one more time, which I'm sure I will, it's a really fun game, I think I'm gonna go with the summoner build. Summons are my favorite part of the game. Few things are cooler than watching my teammate summon his trusty companion, a dog, some might even say a very good boy, to attack the boss for you while you attack from afar. Good boy. Good boy. Can also summon things like beetles and roly-poly bull weevils. Just deal the damage right on top of the other and just kick rude ass! When it comes to this game in particular, I have the most experience with the survival mode. Something about the thrill of starting off with no armor, limited scrap, and just a handful of resources to get you going. You can, of course, sell those limited resources to pick up cool things like your adventure goggles, which will help you pick up more loot and scrap, or cool rings and jewelry to improve your crit rating and defense. Or, of course, your very cool hats. Well, you can't wear hats and goggles, you gotta pick. Some armor will also help some of your stat bonuses, like improving your summon's efficacy or cooldown rate, or just making you impenetrable to enemies. I found an efficient way to stay alive and keep you and your teammates going. You can play with up to 2 friends in any mode. Is stocking up on dragon hearts after the first level, because They're so important when you get low, and they are crucial if your buddy goes down and needs a pick-me-up. It's pretty embarrassing when one of your teammates goes down and you're just sitting there like, shit, I got nothing. Survival mode isn't just about fighting against those dastardly root and other interdimensional beings, or even traveling across worlds, fighting different bosses and minions of said bosses in cool, different environments. No, it's a race against the clock. The further ahead you get, the more enemies you kill before that clock runs out, the better you're going to shoot and attack, and the less intense the battles are going to be. And you want to be quick but efficient, because you want to collect what you can to get your resistances once you get back to home base, but you also do not want to be behind in level, because if the clock runs out and you're a level or two behind, even just one level behind is going to give you a big old pain in the ass. And dying early before round 10 means you don't get the epic hero sword. Ah, I've done it! Victory is sweet. Another awesome thing about this game mode is the wide variety of bosses and environments. My favorite's the Tree Ent, or Tree Thulu as I affectionately call him, and Singe, the giant winding wooden dragon bitch that just sets everything on fire and sends out fire minions everywhere. Good boy! Go get him! I'm not so fond of the snow levels, not only because I find the attack patterns a bit more difficult to deal with and I get absolutely raffle stomped. It's also a butthole clencher in another way, as it's the most buggy levels in the game. Hell yeah! Boss time, level 10! Getting that hero sword today. Damn it! Even at your best gear, your most advantages, and everything going well, those snow levels make me concerned that I'm about to lose my entire run, and through no fault of my own. Fuck this. Those issues so much in story mode. There are lots of great things about playing through story mode as well, as you can actually take your time, explore the environments, and figure out the root of all this evil. See what I did there? There's lore scattered all over the place, from books lying around to posters on the walls and abandoned buildings, and NPCs that will wax poetic about the before times and just how everything came crashing down. The summoning stone, some otherworldly magical stone you use to travel between worlds in all the game modes, means you can go from where you're at in any level back to the ward to upgrade your stuff and keep the good fight going against the root. And eventually fight against what I can only assume is an experiment that makes Dr. Kevorkian look like your everyday physician. Somewhere in between the two, you've got adventure mode, which I don't have much experience with, but from my understanding, it's pretty much in between survival mode and the story mode, where you can re-roll your campaigns to get some sick loot. Like this little rose here, or a cool pocket watch. That's not to say story mode is completely without challenge, of course. Because if you're not playing on hardcore, you're weak. Your bloodline is weak, and you will not survive the winter. Also, teamwork is crucial. If your teammates suck, your whole run's just gonna be trash. There's also random events that'll pop up now and then, so you want to stay sharp. Because if you fuck up those events, you're going to fuck up getting some really, really cool loot. Good thing I've never done that in my runs. How did I survive Remnant from the Ashes? Well, it was a combination of things. Teamwork, hard work, a lot of action rolling. And this gun I found! I'm gonna rate this game an 8 out of 10 peaches. I'm taking off 2 because of the bugs. Not the summoner bugs, those are cool, but the bugs in those goddamn snow levels. Let me know what you think about Remnant from the Ashes on all my socials. They can be found at brittrochelle.com or brittrochelle.card.co. I could live stream this if you'd like, and the sequel on my Twitch, and tell you all about it on my Twitter and Instagram and everything else I have. Until next time, stay safe out there, and stay peachy.
Oh, who's my good boy? Oh, who's my very